Which generator should I get? Guys, Josh with Carl's Mower and Saw, and all the time people walk in and say, how big a generator do I need? That is a great question. Today we're gonna touch briefly on what generator you might need for your house or for your camping or for your shop, whatever it is. I'm gonna ask you some questions. What do you want to power? Okay, that's the first question. How much do you want to power? Am I powering some lights? Am I powering a well pump? Am I powering an AC unit? Refrigerators? You tell me that. We can talk about all kinds of options. The second one is going to be, how seamless do you want it to be? I, for years, ran a Honda EU 2000, which is the predecessor to this EU 2200, at my house when the power went out. Now, it was kind of a pain in the butt. The machine's sitting outside, which is where they should always sit. And I had an extension cord running into the house with a 3-way splitter. And then I had extension cords running off of that. So I could run my refrigerator, make stuff cold. I could run my furnace fan, keep me warm. I could run a lamp. Actually, what I did is put one of those halogen, be way better today with this LED technology, but halogen lights in the middle. And I shot one light one way and one light the other way. So my house was lit up. That's how I did it. And then when I wanted to make coffee, I would unplug the refrigerator and make coffee, or if I needed to run the microwave. So I had that ability. It works. This thing puts out 2,200 watts. We'll run a refrigerator. We'll run some lights. We'll keep your furnace fan going. Awesome. Generally, this is more of a camping generator, something lightweight and portable, but you can power your house. It just means you're going to have to do a little bit of work. We then step up to this EU 3000, a little larger, something that's not quite as light and portable. Electric start, longer runtime, and super, super quiet. This thing is awesome, but again, this is usually made to be a camping sort of generator. 3,000 watts, so 800 watts more. So I can probably run my refrigerator, my freezer, my microwave, a few more items. Or if you're camping, an AC unit. That's the key. You want to keep cool when you're camping. Next, we're going to step into a 5,000, a 6,500, or a 7,000 watt generator. And these are not portable, as you can see. They're portable in the sense that I can roll them, but they're not going to be loaded in and out of a truck easily. So this is what we're talking about when we want to run our house and run it fairly seamlessly. I'm going to put this little power outlet on the side of my house, and it's going to go to a little box by my breaker, and it's going to allow me to run every outlet in the house. That doesn't mean I can turn everything on, because that may be way too much power draw, but it's going to mean I can walk into the bathroom, and instead of having a halogen light shining around the corner, I can flip the light switch on. That's kind of nice, right? And I can turn it off. And I don't have extension cords getting in the way. If you're looking to run a well pump, you're gonna need a little bit more power. So we're gonna step up to a 5 or a 65. If you're looking for the ultimate, you're gonna go to the 7. That gets into how and what you're gonna look at for a generator. Runtime is gonna be longer. Usually these bigger ones are gonna get you through the whole night. They've thought this through. They thought, Josh wants to go to bed and he doesn't wanna wake up at 2 in the morning and dump 5 gallons of gas into the generator so that when he wakes up in the morning, the furnace fan is running and he's somewhat warm. They're also quiet. You're not gonna be that noisy neighbor who keeps everybody up all night because, yeah, you've got lights, they don't, but holy cow, you are loud. For a full line of Honda generators, come into Carl's. Let us walk through your needs, wants, desires for a generator and hook you up with the right machine to keep your power on when storms come.